40.
I have a question for you. It's really pissed me off over the years that no one was addressing the fans and no one was speaking to them and no one was stepping up and saying, we hear you, here's our plans. They probably won't agree with yours, but here's what we're going to do. Like that was never there. We did. We had more violence in Black Adam, and then the ratings committee came back and said that we were a very hard rated R, so we had to dial back the violence a little bit. But it was also in good intentions because we wanted to maintain the integrity of the character of Black Adam. It was very violent, and so there is a version that we have that is very hard R. Well, no, I think right now, in the current state of DC, plans are evolving. I think new leadership has to emerge and find its way into their position. The first part of your question, which I think is very important, do I think fans will get everything they want? I don't think fans will get everything they want, just like no one in the world gets everything they want. But here's what I can guarantee you, and here's what I can guarantee all the fans. I can guarantee you that from this day moving forward, as we make Black Adam and the JSA and we help to build out the DC universe and usher in a new era, I can guarantee you that the fans will always be heard and always be listened to. And I and we at $7 will do everything that we can to make sure that we deliver for the fans. That's a good question. Everything was a challenge. Making Black Adam was a challenge. It was a 15-year challenge to make Black Adam. So there's been a lot of fights along the way. And it's been a 6-year fight to bring Henry Cavill back. That's how long it's taken. So it was, that leadership is no longer there. So they're gone, we're here, Henry Cavill is back where he belongs. And the fans have been listened to. I don't know. I can tell you that a fight between Black Adam and Superman is the biggest ever. A fight between Shazam and Black Adam is massive. A fight between Shazam, Black Adam, and Superman is massive too, but those are all big moments that we can work towards. I think that overall, though, there's a just long-term storytelling that I think we want to concentrate on before that happens. So I think for Black Adam and Superman, instead of doing this right now, I think they should do that. I could tell you this about restoring the SnyderVerse is, like with Henry Cavill and Superman, it's really pissed me off over the years that no one was addressing the fans and no one was speaking to them, and no one was stepping up and saying, we hear you, here's our plans. They probably won't agree with yours, but here's what we're going to do. Like that was never there. And when something like that is never there and there's no leadership stepping in and at least addressing what concerns are of your people, of your fans, then people feel unheard. And when they feel unheard, they feel disrespected. And when they feel disrespected, then they get pissed. So that's the thing that's been missing all along. For us at $7 and for us making Black Adam, the most important thing for us is to acknowledge all the movies that Zack Snyder has made. Because to us, like when I talk about hey, this is a new era of the DC universe. The DC universe, the era, the origination, that era started with Zack and his movies. And they not only should be acknowledged, this is why we wanted to acknowledge all the Justice League in our movies, but also not only should they be acknowledged, but at some point, someone speak to these fans who have been so passionate about the SnyderVerse. We can, on our end, myself and Danny Garcia and Hiram Garcia, at $7, like we can speak to the Henry Cavill part because that's who we deeply believed in. From Man of Steel, the very first time we saw that, that's our Superman, and that's the Superman of our generation. And there's no way that we can continue to, it's impossible to build out the DC universe and introduce fresh blood, new characters, JSA, while acknowledging the Justice League if Superman is on the sidelines. He's been over here for 5 years. It's impossible. So we weren't gonna take no for an answer. So on the Superman part and Henry Cavill, we could speak to that. And we made it very clear that no was not the answer. So that's why you see Henry at the end. So there's a lot, I remain very excited about this, about these new times that we're in now with DC. I think we're gonna see new leadership come into DC. And so I am optimistic that we could start to build on what's already been built and start to build on this new era. I have a question for you. Because you're clearly a fan, and I love that. But how did you feel about the end?
Suscríbete y entérate de todo.